everyone, this is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop, and I'm going to have some talks, some questions and answers from my tarot group on Facebook. How are you all? Hope you're having a good day or night wherever you are around the world. So this is going to be a kind of like a question and answer kind of video. You can ask me questions about tarot. The more interesting the question, the better it will be. What do you think about the Chariot? By Sophia. So the Chariot card, if you think of a chariot, chariots were used especially in Roman times, and they were usually pulled by one or two horses or sometimes more. Chariot is a form of travel. It's a vehicle. So in the tarot, the chariot represents anything to do with travel. It's also to do with conquering things. If you think of an ancient Roman emperor, they would have their chariots and they would show their power, and also they would be all about travel and conquering an enemy, perhaps. So if you think of just the simple term of a chariot, it's anything to do with travel, conquering, achieving. Now in the tarot, there's usually two horses or sometimes sphinx, as in the Rider-Waite deck. In the older tarot decks, it usually is a chariot pulled by two horses, and sometimes the horses are going in different directions. So this puts in an energy of you having to pull yourself together to go forward in life, okay? So in a love question, the chariot can be associated with travel, distance, or faraway relationship. Travel may be involved. Chariot is about traveling, and in a work question, it's about conquering, and it could also be a travel industry job. Sometimes tarot cards are simple and people make them very complicated. So if you think of a chariot, what does a chariot do? It's a form, it's a vehicle of travel. Okay, so if you think about a chariot, usually one or two people get in it, there's horses pulling it. So that's about, a vehicle, it's movement. It could represent a car, it could represent a train. Also in ancient mythology, often the gods were driving chariots in the sky. So this could represent an aeroplane. Often Venus and Mars and Jupiter and the Egyptian gods were either in a boat or a chariot flying across the sky. So this is like long distance travel. I associate chariot more with long distance travel. Okay, so when you get a card, chariot card in, the other day I saw someone that said the chariot card means someone's having an affair. Now I can't understand that. Like, what has a chariot got to do with having an affair? Without other cards, it was just the chariot card. And this reader said because the sphinx, the two sphinxes on the Rider-Waite deck are both women sphinxes, and they've got breasts. So that means the man is choosing between two women. Look, I couldn't really say that's wrong, but it doesn't really make sense to me, because a chariot's not about choosing between two women, it's about going forward in life. So I couldn't quite understand why she said it means that the man's having an affair. I just thought that was strange. Liz says, I got your learner cards. Thank you so much. Thank you, Liz. I made the learner cards for my students so they don't have to suffer. I made it so they don't have to keep buying books and referring to the books. So thank you for that. I hope people use them well, and they're the keywords that I tend to use for my students when I'm teaching as well. I think what I'm noticing in this tarot group lately, there's a lot of new people, and what I'm noticing is that their questions are very confusing, and that's why you're not getting accurate readings, because you're asking things like, will I ever fall in love? Will I ever get a job? You're asking questions that are open-ended. I can find some. I did scroll down. So someone says here, need anyone to explain the cards for me? My destiny of my work. It would be better to say, will I have success in my career in the next 12 months? So please, anyone to explain those cards to me. Okay, and this person's put down 9 cards. So you want us to explain the cards to you about your destiny of your career. Destiny, do you mean like the next 20 years, 50 years? Such an open-ended question. It would be better to say, will I have success in my career in the next 6 months or 12 months? Okay, not my destiny in the cards. It's just vague. How does he feel about me? And then she's got 2 knights. She's got Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and Ace of Swords. So swords is not good for love. Ace of Swords is not good for love, because a sword is a sharp metal object that cuts and stabs. And knights are not really good for longevity. So I would say that's not a very good long-term longevity relationship. I would say that he may want to have fun and enjoy, and he may come and go in your life. Carol, and for them to keep the cards at 3 to 5. Yes, the beginners, as you've probably noticed, they'll go do 12 card readings, Celtic Cross, and it just is a big mess, and they have no idea what they're actually asking. Clients come in 2 forms. Either they're looking for a relationship, or they're looking to get out of a relationship. Are there tarot cards that are better than other ones? What's the most accurate cards out there, says Daniel. So the better ones to learn with is the Rider-Waite. Rider-Waite Smith are the easiest ones to learn with for most people. So the Rider-Waite Smith, which are this style. Okay, so and I've made a deck with words on it, which helps people to learn as well. Okay, this is called the Blue Sky with keywords. Okay, so the best ones I've found over the years is Rider-Waite, and then later on, once you learn the Rider-Waite, then you can branch out and do other types of tarot. I think I'll leave it there, guys. And this went kind of all over the place, this conversation. So I'll catch up with you next time. Bye for now. And if you have any questions, you can write them in the comments, and I'll get around to them all. Okay? This is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye.